Yo, what's going on, y'all? You are tuning in to another exciting episode of It's Just Mario Show, and I'm Mario Ramon, your host. And today we are going to talk about the 2012 blues. You know, I've been talking to a lot of friends, and they have the 2012 blues. I'm not where I think I should be in my career. I'm not married. I don't have the home I want. I'm not where I want education wise. I don't have a child, a family, children, all of it. Okay, woosah. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Okay, we need to be thankful for where we are. Okay, let's be thankful for where we are. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay, 2012, literally New Year's. I was in the emergency room. Right, party over here. Not. I was in the emergency room, toppled over in a chair. I was like, what the hell wrong with you? Because I was invited to the most fabulous VIP party known to man in Atlanta. Invited to it. Couldn't make it. Evil about it. Still got my little invitation and everything. Oh, real quick, before I go into the show and forget and lose track of time, Valerie, thank you. Valerie is a ex-Playboy. She did 15 covers of Playboy. And she is a precious spirit. Valerie, you know the connection that you and I have. She's Hugh Hefner's, one of his favorites, actually. He's begged Valerie to live with him, actually. And Valerie's like, I'll put that in my coffee. But she sent me these flowers. Amazing, Valerie. Thank you, boo. I love this. And this one's for you, because I know pink is your favorite color. And I appreciate this. I just want to say I do appreciate this. I love you. We're going to talk. Okay? Appreciate it, Valerie. Oh, this is Mika calling. But right now, we got to get serious real quick. I'm going to call you back, Mika. So, I went to the emergency room. And so, you know how the nurse, she be chewing gum in her mind and doing it like this? And she was like, it's going to be 2 hours before you get a room. Even though she said, it's going to be a 2-hour wait. But in her mind, in my mind, I think it was in her mind that she was like, it's going to be 2 hours before you get a room. So they start taking my blood pressure and everything. My blood pressure was through the roof. Right. Cardio with Mario and cooking and all that stuff. My blood pressure was through the roof. I could not believe it. And so she was like, okay, come back with me now. And I was like, well, I thought it was going to be 2 hours, because you know me, I don't want no needles and all that stuff. And so she was like, we got to get you back to the back right now. Plus, you got that good health insurance, too. All right. So she was like, we're getting you to the back. And she was like, we just want to make sure you're not having a small heart attack. We do! All right. She said, a small heart attack. Your blood pressure is really high. It's very elevated. You're sweating. I was like, honey, it's because of the pains. I feel that I'm giving birth to a Whirlpool refrigerator. And I only got one little pee hole. And the refrigerator got to come through there. And that's how I felt. And so she was like, okay. And so they start hooking me up with all these things and taking pictures and stuff. And then I start freaking out. And then I really start freaking out. But this is my thing. The 2012 blues. At least you're alive. I've had people that are close to me in 2011 that passed away. And when I say at least you're alive, I don't mean to overlook what you're going through, but at least you're alive to change it. At least you're alive to make a change. What's preventing you from doing what it is you want to do? And 12 times out of 11, if you look in the mirror, it's you. It's you. A lot of times, people don't want to put in the work. You don't want to compromise to build a relationship. You don't want to stick in there with the relationship so you can get to marriage and get to children and get to the life that you want to live. It takes work. If you want a six-pack, you got to do sit-ups. If you want to be a singer, you can't smoke. You need a vocal coach. You got to do cardio so you can breathe while you're singing. Right. It freaks me out when people are like, I'm a recording artist. Let me hear your track. Oh man, I'm working on that. I'm not a recording artist. Not a recording artist. You have got to put some work into whatever it is. If you want some cooked eggs, you're going to have to preheat the pan, put some butter in it, salt and pepper and cheese if you like, and cook the egg. It's not going to cook on itself. It's not going to cook alone. So don't be upset and mad at yourself because you're not putting in the work for things you need to put in the work for. Not putting in the work. Okay, and I understand you do things and they don't work, and you do things and they don't work, but you gotta keep on pushing. You know that song they play in the club? Keep pushing on. You gotta keep pushing, boo. Let me tell you something. Mario has been doing this thing for 400 years. 400! Now, I look like I'm 17 years old, but I've been doing this for 400 years. Reason why? Because I love water, love getting my rest, and I love my cardio. 17 years old. In my mind, I think I'm 17. No. I'm going to bring this up right here. This is an old newspaper clipping from 1995. 1995, when Barack Obama, he was in politics, and, you know, from 1995, he just became president about 4 years ago. So, just to let you know, you got to keep pushing. You're not going to just get there at the drop of a dime, okay? Some people do, some people don't. But if you don't, you got to keep pushing. You got to have faith. Faith is, I love faith. I would dip faith in ranch and eat it. Not talking about evidence. Just faith. You got to have faith. And work towards what you're trying to work for. And y'all already know the saying, when opportunity and preparation meet, it makes the perfect storm. You know, I got New York on you on that. But 400 years ago, Barack Obama was a little teen trying to, not even a teen, he was in his mid-20s, trying to be in politics. But if you turn this magazine on the other side, guess who's on it? Me, Mario. That's right. I've been doing this for 400 years. Not kidding. That's me. Right there. And Lois. Hey, Lo. We actually, if you look on it, we were actually producing plays, and this was a play that I wrote called Testimony. When people, it was an empty stage, and I had the actors all in the audience and things, and they would just come up and sing and talk about their testimony, and you never knew the people. They were mixed with the people in the audience, and the people in the audience were, what's going on? But I had some major hitters. But I wrote the play called Testimony. When you get up and you testify and do your testimony and you sing a song that pertains to your testimony, it was a musical, it was fabulous, fierce, and everything. But my point is, this is orange paper. This magazine or newspaper clipping came out 400 years ago, and Barack Obama's on the other side, and I'm still keeping on. Not only am I keeping on, I'm playing by the rules, boo. You got to get your headshots every 6 months. That's right, get your headshots on. Because if you say you're an actor, you say you're a comedian, you take these acting class, you get in an improv group, you start your YouTube where you can get exposure, and you bring it! Bring it. That's right. Because ain't nobody going to find your booty on your couch or at some kind of bar or grill eating chicken fingers and honey mustard with your friends. Ain't nobody gonna find you like that. You got to And some of my friends be laughing at me because I do cardio, I do cooking, I do comedy, I do dancing. Baby, if you know how to flip, do it 3 times. Because you got to be a triple threat. I ain't worried about that shit you talking about. And don't think that people don't call me fag, they don't call me gay, they used to call me fat, you nigga and all that. And then what they call you is what you answer to. If somebody say, hey, Acorn, you're going to turn around and say, yo, what's up? And what they call you is what you answer to. I know I'm not these things. But listen, I have a couple of minutes to talk to you the way you need to be talked to. Listen, guys, you know how we do it. We dance at the end. I love you guys. I see you. Stay motivated. Keep on pushing. And I'll see you next time on It's Just Mario Show. If you like this show, definitely subscribe. I always love a new Boo Bear. And email it to your friends. I'll holler at you next time. Peace.